I'm a product of a woman's prayer. And let me share with you a few things. I had said them at different times. So many nights, I can remember more than 3 times. I would wake up in the middle of the night and I discovered that my mom was praying, holding my legs, and her tears were touching my legs. You know, and then she was praying profusely. And then it concerned me a little bit, because if I woke up and I saw my mom was crying and holding my legs and her tears were touching my legs, sleep would just leave my eyes. And I kept wondering, why is she crying? Is it anything? Is there? So one day we were coming back from a Wednesday midweek service. So and I asked her, I said, why are you always crying in the middle of the night praying for me? My dear mother said to me, what God has revealed to her about me, that she doesn't have the capacity. The word is not capacity. She said, I don't know how to do it. So when I hold you and pray for you, I'm just asking you, him, to help me make you who he wants you to be, because I cannot do it. And every time, you see, I want to tell every woman here, the first reason why God gave you your child is for you to know who you are betting. Every prayer you're going to make might be outside of the will of God if God doesn't reveal your child to you. And my mom never stopped praying. She continued to pray. She continued to pray. I don't know the burden, but I would always say that if there is anything I desire, I would have wanted her to see days like this, so that she can look back and know. It's true that a woman you can pray your children into destiny. It is true. There is no prayer said over, no matter how stubborn a child is right now, no matter how much they look like they are not fitting into destiny, there's no prayer said over a child that is a waste. God does not stop prayers. He answers them. And so when I am a little bit confounded when I see mothers who can't pray, and I'm not talking about vain repetition, I'm talking about revelational prayers. Lord, show me about my child. What are the challenges of this child? What will this, let me say this. I remember the first time I brought my wife to my mother, and I told my wife this. I brought my wife to my mother and I showed my wife and I said, this is the person I'm going to marry. She said, I said, So she said, where is she from? I said, she's from Calabar. She said, So immediately she said, I said, my mother is biased. My mother is very biased. So she now asked my wife to excuse her a bit, that she wants to talk to me. She said last night that I brought somebody to her, and that she wants to tell me that I will have problem, that she's not stopping me, but that there will be problem. And the truth is, you and I, of course, you already know the story, all the book my wife wrote and all of that. If you're a mother here and God is not talking to you about your children, you are parenting in blindness. At least God should be able to tell you, who is this child? Where is this child going to? What is becoming of this child? My mother said that to me. That's one very fundamental thing she said to me. She said, I don't know how to make you become who God says, so I'm asking God to help me. And that's the first prayer I'm going to pray. Whether you have a child or you don't have a child, whether they are adults or whether they are young, I make the first prayer. When you don't have the capacity to make your child who your child is supposed to be. Even if you don't know the compass and you don't know how to make that child become, I pray for you today. Let God that gave you those children, at the sound of your amen, let God make them who he wants them to be.